All right, in today's video, I'm going to be going over 4 different spots that are going to be going in here in St. Lucie and in Martin County. 2 of them here in Stuart and Jensen Beach, and then 2 of them are up in Port St. Lucie. Now, these are new spots that are going to bring in economic and recreational development here into the Treasure Coast. I'm going to start off with going up to Conchy Joe's. They just did a whole new revamp of Conchy Joe's. You're going to be able to seat like 640 people there. Then I'm going to take you up to St. Lucie County to show you the new Buc-ee spot. Then I'm going to be taking you over to the P1 Motor Park, where they're going to have this new raceway, where it's going to bring in 150 residential units for like custom cars and F1 racing. Super cool. And then I'm going to bring you back down here to Martin County into Stuart and show you the new Brightline station that's coming in here. All 4 of these projects are going to have major impact in the residential units that are being put in the county here. They're going to have economic impact for jobs and that kind of thing. And also the recreation wise is just going to make this place that much cooler. That many more spots. Let's go. I'm standing at the site now of Conchy Joe's. This is the newer part of Conchy Joe's. Now, a little bit of the history on Conchy Joe's. It actually started back in 1979 down in West Palm Beach, and they moved it up here to Martin County here in Jensen Beach in 1983. Now there's parking across the street. There's parking in here as well. Let's go check it out. I've had a lot of people reach out and say, there's nothing going on up in Martin County, it's dead up there. Well, it's not. You got to come to places like this that you don't know about. And that's why I do these videos, so that you can find something to do. And you might go into downtown Stuart or Jensen Beach and say it's dead. Well, you got to get a little bit further out from there so you can find places like Conchy Joe's and some of the other spots. So right now, I'm going to take you to a new spot they haven't even broken ground on. It's Buc-ee's. It's up in Port St. Lucie, so we're going to drive you up there now, and you're going to be able to take a look at the site that this is going in, and we're going to show you some other stuff. P.S. and by the way, if you want to know more about Conchy Joe's, go check out their Google business profile. You're going to see some incredible reviews there. By the way, you could check out our Google business profile while you're there. We've got over 500 reviews on there. We've got an incredible team that can help you buy or sell real estate here in the Treasure Coast. So if you're looking to buy or sell, check it out. Go to our Google business profile, the Alex Haigh Group, and let's take you on to the next spot up here in Buc-ee's. So I'd be really remiss unless I was to tell you about one of the most amazing drives that I know of in Florida, and it's called Indian River Drive. It actually goes up from Stuart up into Fort Pierce, and I'm on Indian River Drive right now. What I love about it is this is old Florida, like literally the landscape. So this is one of the few places where you can drive along the intercoastal for any stretch of time and actually just see the intercoastal. All the homes over here on the left, a lot of them have docks out here over the intercoastal. You can see them go a little far out there because it's actually a little shallow here. But again, this is just one of the really unique features of this area up here. That's why we can actually still see the intercoastal for miles and miles when we're driving up it. Make sure you go up Indian River Drive rather than down the beach over on the island. I'm here at the site of the new Buc-ee's going in. Yeah, you're not seeing the construction right now. They're still going through the final approvals. It looks like it's going to happen though. So what is this place going to be? It's going to be 76,000 square feet. This place is going to be huge. It's going to be one of the larger Buc-ee's, not as quite as large as the mega Buc-ee's that are in Texas, but it's going to be one of the largest Buc-ee's in the country. Now also, what are they going to have here? They're going to have over 180 gas pumps. Yeah, that's right, 180 gas pumps, 600 parking spots. They're going to have 18 EV charging stations, and then all the things that go along with Buc-ee's. I mentioned it earlier when I was down at Conchy Joe's. What is Buc-ee's? I've actually never been to one, but I have some friends that actually take trips up to Daytona from down here to go to these Buc-ee's. Now, why do they take this day trip? Well, they take their kids up there. Apparently, they have some of the best barbecue brisket in the world, and this comes from some friends that are really big into barbecue. Also, they have some things called like Buc-ee's nuts. They're kind of like those corn pops that you used to get when you were a kid, and they actually suggest that you put a little bit of water in there and eat it almost like cereal. Really good food. excellent service. This is going to be a destination. Here are some of the 5 major impacts that I think are going to affect the area from this Buc-ee's coming in. Some of the first major impact that you're going to see from this Buc-ee's going in here is jobs. So not only are you going to have the construction jobs, but also all the people that are going to manage this Buc-ee's as well. And then the economic impact that you're going to have on the area. Number 2 is going to be a boost to the local economy. Now think of all the sales tax that's going to come in here, and folks are going to have money that work here, and then they're going to be able to work and live in the local area. So because this is a destination, it's not just a gas station, you're going to have a boost in economic activity just from the destination spot that it is. Again, to sales tax, hotels, restaurants that are in the outlying areas. So number 3, let's think about it as well. Because it is a destination, you're going to bring tourism in from outside the area, and in turn, that's going to raise property values and bring more money and commerce into the local area. Number 4 is going to be a catalyst for local development. Think about it. You're going to get the tourists that come to the area, and that is going to bring eyes on this area, and then eventually you're going to have people that move here as a result of maybe just coming here for a day to see Buc-ee's. They're going to say, hey, this is a beautiful area. Maybe we'll move down here. Maybe we'll get a second home. We can help you out with that. Now, all in all, that's what Buc-ee's is all about. It's like Wawa meets Disney World. It's coming here, 76,000 square feet, 180 pumps, 18 EV stations. You got your brisket, your Buc-ee's nuts, all that kind of stuff, the merch that they have, the wonderful staff that Buc-ee's has. This is going to be a big draw to this area, and it's going to have an impact on this community as well as the Treasure Coast. This is new. We went from Conchy Joe's that was old, had the new aspect. This is Buc-ee's going to be brand new. The next one I'm going to show you is the P1 Motor Park. The P1 Moto is going to be more of kind of an upscale thing. Think of like a country club meets like people that love custom cars and fast cars and go-karts and that. 150 residences in. Let's go down and show you. It's a little bit south of here. This is about as far north as we're going to come. Let's go down and show you the P1 Motor Park. Let's go. So here I am out at the P1 Motor Park. This is the site. This is going to be coming in probably in 2026, maybe 2027, still going through the final approvals. This is a 650-acre parcel. This is going to be a luxury style motor park. Picture like a country club with the feel of a racetrack. So you're actually going to have 3 different racetracks here. The first one that you're going to have is the P1 Circuit. This is going to be for members only. This is their flagship track. It's going to be a fast with flowing corners, kind of blind crests, and there's going to be elevation changes here as well as some green runoffs in case the drivers kind of miss their turns and they're going to end up in that grass, if you will. They can have 2 layouts that run simultaneously on that first track. And again, that first track is going to be about 4.5 miles. The second one is going to be the Treasure Coast Circuit. This is going to be open to members. They're going to have team events there. The manufacturers can come in here, and then driving schools can come in here as well for selected events. You're going to have a 1.2-acre karting track. So these are kind of the smaller karts for kids and up-and-coming drivers. Now, there's going to be 150 residential units that actually go in here, and those are going to have custom builds with custom garages in there as well, all that are going to filter out into the main track. The main amenities here, you're going to have your spa, you're going to have pickleball, tennis courts. It's going to be a really thoughtfully designed motorsports community. You're going to pair elite driving circuits with luxury living, commercial engines, and family lifestyle amenities. And now we're going to take you down to Stuart. We're going to take you to the Brightline station, which is really going to open up this area because it's going to be able to link Tampa, Orlando, West Palm Beach, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. This is going to be a major stop on that Brightline. So let's go down and show you that in Stuart now. All right, I'm here at the site of the 4th location of projects coming here to the Treasure Coast that I think are going to have a major impact on our local area. Right across the street, the lumber yard, which is right on the railroad tracks, is a 2.35-acre site that the Brightline railway station is going to come to. Now, there's been a lot of misunderstanding about what happened here with the Brightline. Basically is that in March of 2024, they approved this site. Brightline was deciding between going to Fort Pierce or actually here in Stuart, and they actually chose this site here in Stuart. Now, what happened was there was a little bit of a misunderstanding, I guess, with the city commissioners and the Brightline, and it was actually paused. In September of 2024, the project was approved, so it was meant to go in 2026, but it looks like it's going to come in 2028. Now, the Brightline is linked up with Orlando, Tampa, West Palm Beach, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, All of those are going to be able to come to this area. Now, what is this site going to bring? Let's get into it. Now, the station itself, this is going to feature a single platform and track. It's going to be built to the Brightline standards, not necessarily Martin County. They're going to have to get that through Martin County. It's going to be about 8,750 square feet of building on that 2.35 acre site. Parking is actually going to be planned on site, and it's going to be paid spaces with bike racks, and there's going to be a walkable location here to the downtown Stuart area. Some people have been asking how many stops are there going to be a day. Right now, some of the stations down south actually have 16 stops a day. It'll depend, I imagine, on what kind of ticket sales that they have. What this is going to do is this is going to open up for those people doing commutes down to West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, and even Miami, and some remote workers that maybe want to live in a place like this but have easy access down to West Palm. This is going to really open this area up for those people that live here, work down south, and work here and want an easy access to those areas. The eyes and ears that are going to come here because of the Brightline is really going to bolster this community and the property values, in my opinion. Time only will tell. Now, the total estimated project cost for this is going to be about 60 million bucks. Martin County plans to add about 15 million to this, and the remainder is going to come from federal state partnership and intercity partnership rails. That's going to be probably around $45 million. Ultimately, in my opinion, this is going to be the most impactful project. Then those people are going to go over to Conchy Joe's, see how great it is. They're going to go up to the P1 Motorsports. They're going to go up to the Wave Park. They're going to go up to Tradition. It's just going to get more eyes and ears on this area. So if you like this content, hey, please drop a comment below. Let me know, hey, I like this, I don't like that. Could you do more of this? Could you do more of that? I'd love to hear from you. We will see you on the next video. Fare and be well.